Game 1 victory.
Thank you, Pyra. And much like in Game 1 on Thursday versus the Copenhagen Wolves, the Giants come out swinging. Let's take a look at their pick and bans. What did Giants evolve from Thursday and what did Splyce put against it?
I mean, to quote the dear Mithy,
I was very surprised.
Basically,
it
started by going, this pick and ban phase is lost for Giants. Until we saw, obviously, the last rotation with Varus coming in against Azir and picking up a poke composition where Azir, one of his main problems is against poke. And with the Varus coming in and moving Corki to 80 carry, actually saved the entire pick and ban phase from Giants.
I just thought Corki was going to be mid most likely, and having Poppy and Nautilus into Kalista, Gragas, Azir, Morgana was pretty doomed for them. But then with the last adaptation of getting the Elise and the Varus and making their comp, instead of being hard engage with Poppy and Nautilus, making more of a poke comp with some catch potential, kind of made their comp work. And yeah.
Yeah, and as you say, it catch potential and poke and putting Sunstar on Corki. We saw his performance on Thursday. It wasn't the best on Kalista, but he wrecked on Lucian and he wrecked in this game on Corki as well, even making that final pickoff at the end. However, in the beginning, it looked a bit dire. We're supposed to have a replay, but we both forgot to ask for it.
What?
No, we can't. It's not a guest. It's always us. In any case, the lane swap situation and where Giants got the upper hand in the end at the bottom lane with Corki pushing, which started off really well.
Yeah, I mean, so the lane swap technically, in the very start of it, we actually had a slight tempo advantage for Splyce, but it always evened out, and Giants made a good call in saying we can race for inhib, so just recall, defend it, it was perfectly fine. Even got a Rift Herald from it, and nothing really came out of the lane swap itself. It was more when we had the push on the bottom inhib tower from Splyce.
First there was the whole tier 2 tower, like the whole trade-off again on tier 2 towers, where Poppy decided that they thought they were going to trade tier 2s, and the Fiora went top and just caught the wave, and Poppy didn't TP bottom and lost 20 CS. So that was the first mistake.
Yeah, that was
and then the second mistake was the Splyce overcommitting for the Poppy on the tier 3 tower bottom, and then the Giants being able to kill 2 or 3.
They look happy though, the Splyce boys.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just so weird to watch because they were diving for the Poppy, killed the Poppy, then Nautilus came in, caught them under, and Poppy actually stayed on the tower a little bit, jumping out very slowly. He was down to 40% HP. And then the engage happens from Giants. They pick up a 3v5. They picked up like 3-4 kills.
While Corki was pushing top tier 2 and tier 3 and tier 3.
They even got top inhib tower from it. And so that was dead even in gold. And then it was just like 5-on-5 in mid lane for quite a while. And then Sunstar, of course, catches out the Azir in the end. And then Baron.
Definitely showed Senkuk's his package.
He did. Let's take a look at the replay of the Baron that happened right after, of course. Giants realizing they had the advantage. They went for Baron very decisively at that point. I think you guys were also going, just go, 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 and then finished it.
Here you just have to do it. If you get Nash here, if you get stolen, it's not even too bad. And if you get it, the game is done. Nash so early, before 25 minutes, is death sentence for the enemy team.
What were you calling it? Nash at 20?
FF20.
All right, there we go.
FF20, FF20.
I mean, also when you run a poke composition, you get the Nasher at this point, and there wasn't even any options to engage on the side of Splyce because they just fell behind there. You just roll over the base.
Yep. And in the end, Giants starting convincingly as they did on Thursday, but we know that they faltered that time around as well. What do you think?
Looking very confident though.
Yeah.
That Nash call is actually a confident call that is not so easy to pull off in an important game like that one.
I just find it scary that Splyce, as a team, was played for the entire split now. When it came to these decisions of like when do we push in or how much can we get whenever we're pushing, they ended up overextending quite a bit and actually giving up some kills. There's some good engages in team fights, but like I felt like I wasn't watching what should be a solo queue team versus a more coordinated team. Splyce has kind of jumped into the same boat as Giants, and it just became like pure individual abilities and then catching people off guard, like Sunstar did in the end, where they got the Baron.
Yeah, so I mean, they were even at 20, and Splyce has been in the position where or they were ahead and they snowballed, or they were behind. Now they were even, and that pickoff, because of the comp of Giants, there's not a lot they could do. And I mean, as a mid laner at 23 minutes, you can go and check out if someone is at red normally, but I wouldn't. I mean, I think that Splyce still has a big chance in this best of 5 is what I'm trying to say.
It's just one game. It doesn't change anything at all. Splyce can look at it at being a best of 5. Giants can look at it at being a best of 3. Yep. There's still so much in the line and so many games to go, so it won't change that much. They'll probably just be more focused now for the next games.
And also, again, we saw a few things in the pick and ban phase with just the bans. Giants are still banning Sivir in every single game, banning Lulu away. So now obviously Splyce will know, okay, it is confirmed. They did it against Copenhagen Wolves. They're going to do the same here.
In any case, still a lot of excitement to come, and the Giants are up 1-0 in this best-of-5 series, and Splyce is looking to tie it up in Game 2. Now, before we take a break, we'll hear what Hustlin thinks about his team series versus the Copenhagen Wolves. Great name.
It was more like that we were making mistakes, like very simple mistakes. We failed bouncing the wave at lane swap, and we didn't get the turret. That's why some of the games went to Copenhagen. I think that those mistakes specifically is really easy. Like it's going to a custom game and learn how to do it properly as 5, you know, against bots. Like it's whatever.